Okay, great. I believe everyone is here. Okay. Good evening, all. I'm Kashi Mehta, co-lead of the Women's Health team of SAC. I welcome you all to the final round of Duel of Debates, Duel of Doubts on an online debate competition by Women's Health team of Students Against COVID in association with Clearcase Essence and promotional partners RC Caduceus and Medicopolitan magazine under the series Pandora Unboxing Crimson Hope. Thank you for taking time to join us today. The session is scheduled to begin at 7:15 p.m. IST. Please note that the session will be recorded for archive purposes and posted on YouTube channels. Please bear with us as we will be starting shortly. The moderators for today's event are Nosheen Moldina and Rahul Ravindra. I would like to hand over the session to Nosheen as she gives instructions and introduces our judge for tonight, that is Dr. Deeksha Singh.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Nosheen.
As said by George Robert, it is better to debate a question without settling it than to settle a question without debating it. I, Nosheen Molidina, moderator for tonight's event, welcome you all to the final round of Duel of Doubts. I have with me Rahul from Team Clinicis, who will be moderating today. First of all, I would like to thank all the participants who submitted their 1-minute videos for the screening round of debate, and congratulations for making it to the final. Let me introduce you all to our judge, Dr. Deeksha Singh. She is a life member of PCOS Society of India, All Ladies League, Women Economic Forum, Birds Beak Club professional, and public health volunteer at United Nations. She is an invasive transvaginal and transrectal pelvic floor rehab specialist. She is a member of Indian Association of Physiotherapy and runs online sessions and consultation for women's health for both patients and professionals. In the year 2018, 19, and 20, she won the National Women Empowerment Award. Dr. Deeksha Singh works in OBGY and core rehab and PFM specialist and menstrual health and rehab. She is an author of a book, It's All About Pregnancy. She is the owner and founder of Hormonal Wings and Perfect 10 maternity rehab and physiotherapy clinic for women's health and counseling. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Before we begin, is there anything would you like to say?
No, actually, thank you, Noshi, for the great introduction of me. And it's very kind of you all for inviting me. And I'm really excited to meet the all debate content and just want to listen them. So I am just excited from yesterday only. I just feel the khushi ki I'm just want to listen to what the youth think about the content. So I'm just excited. That's all. So am I visible?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay. And I'm so sorry because of me you all are getting late.
No, it's not a problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Without further ado, let's proceed with the finals. I will introduce all the teams. So the first team is the affirmative team. We have Ria, Akash, and Setu. And from the opposing team, we have Cynthia, Darshini, and Vamsi Krishna. Is everyone here?
Yes.
Now, I would like to introduce you all to the rules for the debate. Please switch on your cameras, everyone, the participants especially. Rules for the debate, one more time. Please make sure you all ask your doubts here itself as it will be your last chance to make things clear. Now, the rules of the debates are: the debate opens with the affirmative team, the team that supports the resolution, presenting their arguments, followed by a member of opposing team. This pattern is repeated for the second speaker in each team. Speakers should speak slowly and clearly. The judge should be taking notes as the debate proceeds. A typical sequence for debate with suggested timeline is as follows. Please listen carefully. The first speaker on the affirmative team presents arguments in the support of the resolution. A total time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds will be given to the speaker. A warning bell will be played at the end of 1.5 minute and the other one at the end of 2.5 minute. This is the sound of the warning bell. Khushi.
Could you hear that?
No, you were on.
Sorry, one sec.
Yeah. So this will be the sound of the warning bell. Now, the rebuttal question can be asked to the first speaker for the motion by any of the speakers against the motion. That will be of 1 minute and 30 seconds. In a total of 1 minute 30 seconds of the rebuttal, anyone can ask any amount of questions from the opposition team. No personal questions can be asked. A warning bell will be played at the time of 1 minute and the other one at the end of 1.5 minutes. The first speaker on the opposing team presents the arguments opposing the resolution, followed by a rebuttal question can be asked to the first speaker against the motion by any of the speakers for the motion. That will also be of 1 minute 30 seconds. In the total of 1 minute 30 seconds of the rebuttal, anyone can ask any amount of questions from the opposition team. No personal questions can be asked. A warning bell will be played at the end of 1 minute and the other one at the end of 1.5 minutes. Now, that will be followed by the second speaker having their speech next for 2.5 minutes, followed by rebuttal question by the opposing team for 1.5 minutes. Then the second speaker from the against the motion presents their speech next and followed by rebuttal questions. The same is repeated for the third speaker as well. There cannot be any interruptions. Speaker must wait for their turns. The moderator may need to enforce the rules, and anyone who is found to break the rules will be disqualified immediately. So this is it for the rules. If you have any doubts, you can ask. I request you all to check with your teammates first before we start the debate to avoid any further inconvenience. Please put a thumbs up, everyone, if you have your teammates here. Okay. You must keep your cameras on whenever you are speaking. Participants are allowed to take notes during the session. Now, I will be explaining the judging criteria for this round. Everyone will be judged on the basis of two things. That is, one is constructive speech and for the rebuttal. Okay. So the first criteria will be voice modulation and expression, marks out of 10, content out of 10, strategy of the speech out of 10. This will be repeated for the rebuttal as well. So we have a total of 45 marks. For the rebuttal, we have voice modulation and expression of out of 5 marks, content out of 5, strategy out of 5. So is that clear? 45 marks. Okay. So you have only 4 minutes to prove yourself. So use it wisely. All the best, everyone. I'll now hand it over to Rahul.
Hey everyone, I hope all the rules are clear with you. So let's get started. Okay, I see that the opposition team, Santhia, is missing from the meet. Okay, she's back. Okay, so let's get started with the first speaker from the affirmative team. So that will be, okay, all of you and your camera should be on at all times. So the first speaker, Ria, let's get started with you. The floor is open to you for 2.5 minutes.
Commercial products targeting vaginal health. I stand for the motion. Good evening, everyone. My name is Riya Dardan. Before the advent of commercial feminine hygiene products, women used pieces of clothes, rags to absorb menstrual fluid. Vaginal hygiene is the main cause of many diseases like infection of urinary tract, reproductive tract, infertility, and even cervical cancer. Hygiene products are personal care products used during menstruation. These are of two types. Menstrual hygiene products like sanitary napkin, tampons, menstrual cup, cleansing like douching. Menstrual hygiene products are very important for taking care during menstruation. Vaginal cleaning product consists of vaginal moisturizer, lubricants, vaginal creams, wipes, sprays, powders, and douches. Commercial products maintaining the proper vaginal hygiene of the vulva is necessary to prevent irritation and also helps to moisturize the skin and to prevent the infections. Certain products are very helpful to take proper care, like soap substitutes can be soothing and protective. Aqua creams, emollients for moisturizing and softening the skin. But remember, a word of caution here. One should not use all the products blindly or by doing the research or internet. One must be careful. One must first consult their gynecologist before using them and should use these products judicially. Thank you.
Thank you, Ria. Now the floor is open for rebuttal questions from the opposition team. This can be asked by anybody on the opposition team and for a duration of 1.5 minutes, but it can be answered only by Ria. Okay, so let's start with Vamshi.
Hello everyone. You mentioned that it should be consulted with a gynecologist before they use anything. But as it comes to commercial products, it's not used. So they go directly to shops and they buy things on counter. And you spoke about the cloths and in the women are more prone to diseases. But using that vaginal creams and powder and moisturizing washes, their immunity, mucosal immunity is being brought down, which in turn makes them prone to the diseases. Would you like to comment on this?
Yes. I think there are specific products that one should buy and that one should consult to the gynecologist. Some products are natural and very safe, which can maintain the pH and does not cause any harm.
Okay, there's still 1/2 minute remaining for any other questions in this rebuttal round.
But why should it be commercial? It should be commercial. It can be as a prescribed one rather than the commercial, because when it comes to commercial, they usually go there. They won't suggest a gynecologist. That's what my question is.
Okay, no answer to that. So we'll be moving on. Okay, so now let's call upon the first speaker from the opposition team. That'll be Santhia. You have 2.5 minutes, and the floor is open to you.
I'm glad to be part of this event, and I voice out about the commercial products targeting vaginal health. First, I have to point clear that vagina is itself like a self-cleaning event. It will cleanse itself by using the natural physiological secretions, and also the bacteria will maintain the pH of those regions, and also these marketing strategies followed by those companies are making us believe that it is a basic need for daily life. Actually,
Santhia, we couldn't hear you after for the past 15 seconds or so. You were out of the meeting, I suppose. You're back.
Santhya, please switch on your camera.
Yeah, please continue.
Wait, is your camera on, Santhya?
The commercial
Yes, Kushi.
Okay,
Satya
okay.
has network issues, and if she turns on her camera, her mic doesn't.
Okay, okay.
Go on, Santhya.
and while looking into the uses of those vaginal washers, I had came across that they are used for controlling pH and for its relief and etc. Actually, this is carried out by a natural microbiome.
Could someone else from the team take over? I feel like she's having a lot of network issues. If you guys are familiar with the points that she's covering.
Yeah, can I go again?
Yeah, please go ahead.
First of all, we should know what is how it works in vagina, and do we really need that products to make it glow or look good? Vagina has its own microbiota, like its species, some species of lactobacillus iners and lactobacillus apices. So it maintains its own internal environment, and it has its own pH level. Before that is for premenstrual women, it is it's about 7, and for menopausal women, it ranges from 4.5 to 7. And the woman who is in the menstrual age, the pH of the vagina is about 3.5 to 4.5, which maintains it from without getting any infection. When we use such commercial products targeting the vaginal health, it all commute. So without consulting that, it should be not used. So if we use like that, we'll get more trouble to ourselves.
Okay, Santhya, anything to add to that quickly?
Yes, sir. Since making commercial, they are making us it is a basic for daily life. Actually, it is not a fact. And the on long use of these vaginal products may lead to the bacterial and diseases. Instead of sticking, we really have to make a note on the survey done in 2008. On the survey, have been found out that these vaginal portions are prone for
Santhya, you're not audible. Okay. I guess you're having network issues, but you're not audible. Okay, so let's move to the rebuttal round for the speaker.
Before that, Dr. Deeksha, could you just take a note that Santhya was having some technical issues, so like most of his speech wasn't audible. Maybe at the end of the session we can have Santhya speak again if you would like.
Yeah, sure. I'll just note it down.
Okay.
Okay, so moving to the rebuttal round, the affirmative team has 1.5 minutes for posing questions. Yes, Akash, please go ahead.
Okay, so this is a study which is published in Nature. Oh, oops, I think there is an issue. Great. So there is a study which is published in Nature, which says that if you are so much concerned about lactobacillus, it says that in conclusion, in vitro exposure to vaginal moisturizing and lubricating products inhibited the growth of uteropathogenic E. coli. So if your aim is to maintain the pH, I think vaginal products are better off. And this is a study which is published on 6 May 2020.
Okay, Santhya, will you be able to answer to that? Is your network better? Your voice is still breaking.
audible now?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Sir?
Yeah, go ahead with your answer.
Yes, our aim is not only to maintain the pH. I have to say that these vaginal products are causing many diseases too, like bacterial vaginosis and fungal infections.
Hello, Santhya. Can you check your network issues? At the end of the session, we'll have the rebuttal round for you. But please, by
Okay,
then,
ma'am.
please check your network issues and make sure that you have a strong network. Since this is online,
Okay, ma'am.
this is understandable. The technical issues are understandable, but let's try and resolve it. So let's move on to the next speaker, Rahul.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the second round, let's call upon the second speaker from the affirmative team, Setu. Yeah, you have 2.5 minutes. The floor is yours.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Setu Kashtani, and I definitely believe that commercialization of products focusing on vaginal health is absolutely necessary. I would like to start my debate with this quote called "Prevention is better than cure." Maintaining a good vaginal health is absolutely necessary, and I think everyone can agree with that. Yes, like Sandhya has stated that vagina is self-cleansing. But the question is 75% of women have had yeast infection and 45% will have more than once. Now there's a huge spectrum of causes for these kind of vaginal infections like candidiasis and bacterial vaginosis and a lot of other stuff. The spectrum includes immunocompromised women and then women under steroidal treatments and oral contraceptives and pregnant women. But there's a huge population of women who are just young, who are millennials and Gen Z people who are actually going through a lot of these problems on a daily basis. Now, why is that happening? Now, this is where we have to understand the difference between health and hygiene. Health is the overall wholesome being healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally, whereas hygiene is a concept of science. It's a concept of cleanliness according to our own personal ideals. We are all subjective to hygiene. For some people, taking bath on the other day might be hygienic. For some people, taking bath every day is hygienic. So we cannot focus on feminine hygiene products when we are talking about vaginal health. In fact, we should talk about the products which actually focuses on vaginal health. Now, when will this happen? This will happen when more doctors will come to social media like Instagram or YouTube and spread awareness about the actual products which actually focuses on vaginal health. And I would like to say that true prevention is not waiting for bad things to happen. It's preventing things from happening in the first place. And commercializing the right product focuses on the vaginal health exactly does that. So, like for example, skincare community, Dr. Vanita Ratan and a lot of other dermatologists have come up to the social media and they have spread awareness about a lot of fairness creams and a lot of acne relieving creams and everything. And all of this was not needed. And they have spread the awareness, the correct information out there.
Setu, your time's up. Please wrap up.
Okay, so I'm just saying that the correct information should be out there for the consumers to make the informed decision and not rely on these feminine hygiene products, but the products which focuses on
time
vaginal.
is up. I'm sorry.
Okay, I would like to finish up with that.
Okay, you put out some really valid points out there. Thank you for that, Setu. So let's open this to the rebuttal round. Okay, let's anybody with questions from the opposition team? Okay, Vamshi, please go ahead.
They said prevention is better than cure, right? Nothing is wrong in that. Prevention is better than cure. But using this product itself paves the way for yeast infection and candidiasis. Would you like to comment on that, Setu?
Yes. When you say, I want to, can I ask you a question in written, Vamsi? When you talk about, I mean, when the opposing team talks about the kind of products which focuses on feminine hygiene, I cannot comment on the products which focuses on vaginal health. Okay. Can you just give me an example of what is your idea on a feminine hygiene product?
Like moisturizing washes.
Okay.
So and so.
Products. Okay. So commercializing products is a very big process, right? And a lot of chemical formulators and dermatologists and lot of gynecologists, they can come up and they can set a certain guidelines to fix the certain properties of a vaginal cream or moisturizer, as you are saying. It should be scent. It should not have any perfume or any scent. It should not have pH above the acidic level. It should have the same pH. So using the correct kind of product will never be harmful. So it's up to the consumer.
That can be also prescriptional based, right? Not everyone needs.
Okay, the rebuttal
because
session
most of
is
them.
up. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the rebuttal session is up. We can go on to the next speaker.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the second speaker from the opposition team. So let's call upon Darshini. You have 2.5 minutes.
Welcome to all from this side of the house. Hope you all are doing good. Coming to the topic, commercial products like targeting vagina is necessary or predatory. First, actually, it is a myth that vagina needs extensive cleansing like perfumed soaps or feminine hygiene products. It is self-cleaning. Women's vagina is actually self-cleaning. It can maintain its hygiene without any interference. It has to be the way it actually made for. Rather using products like deodorants, sprays, feminine wipes, or are more likely to cause a higher risk of infection. These products will do more harm than good. I should say also mention that 80% women who use commercial products have reported that they have many adverse health conditions. Then it is obvious that making women feel like they should invest for the looks and smells of vagina or vulva is more appealing a big business, but it also problematic, but perhaps more importantly, it is needless. These has been linked to many adverse conditions like burning sensation, itching, and health outcomes like higher risk of acquisition of STDs. Then these conditions will rely us to use more products. So from these we can conclude that commercial products targeting vaginas are clearly predatory. Thank you.
Okay. So for the rebuttal round, anybody would like to go from the affirmative team? Okay, Akash.
Okay, if we concede that these products are harmful, if they're so harmful and they cause so much problem to the female, I don't see females buying these products. So if these products are not bought, why is then the commercialization harmful? Because if we concede that that vagina doesn't require excessive cleaning, fine, people will not buy it. I'm unsure as to why that thing in and of itself, presence of that product in the market becomes predatory in that case.
Okay, Darshini.
Utilizing these products will commercializing these products will make more people to buy that. Actually, it is unnecessary.
Okay, the second question from Setu.
Okay. The opposing team has mentioned that vagina is self-cleansing, but we do wash our vagina with soap and water. Am I right? So can you explain in certain below the poverty areas in slum and even in metropolitan cities like Chennai, the water is very hard. And when the water is hard, the pH of the water is actually basic. So when you say we cannot use the commercialized vaginal products, we are just encouraging people to use hard water to clean their vagina. Don't you think?
Sorry to interrupt, the rebuttal session is up. Guys, please keep the questions as short as possible so that they are answered properly. Thank you.
Okay, so my question is simply that what will the women living in areas
I'm
with hard water?
sorry, Setu, the rebuttal session is up. We'll be going on to the next speaker.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's have the third speaker from the affirmative team. So that'll be Akash. You have 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. The floor is open to you.
Yeah, just a second. I'll just set my timer. Just one more sec. Okay. The topic is necessary or predatory commercial products targeting vaginal health. I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. What are commercial products targeting vaginal health? I'm going to assume the best case of opposition bench, that is, these products only include vaginal cream and douches and exclude menstrual pad. Don't let the opposition team get away that just by telling you that just because something harms a person, it is predatory. This is simply not true. Predatory means exploitative behavior. A person who gets himself treated for a tumor could be harmed by the post-op complications of the surgery. However, we do not consider surgery as predatory and the surgeon as a predator simply because the person who is on the OT table, who is getting operated, consents to the harm of the surgery. This means it's insufficient for the opposition team to prove that these vaginal health products are harmful, because for something to be classified as predatory, it needs to be done without the consent of the women which is using it. I think when women use such products, they freely consent to the side effects of this product because of the following reasons. Notice, none of the proposition team debate speakers have proved this to you. Firstly, I think the commercial marketing of such products is mostly done in urban areas due to availability of advertisement machinery like televisions or smartphones. Number two, only females in urban areas have the extra money to spend on such products as compared to females in rural areas who even struggle to meet their basic needs, which means that the females who will be buying these products like vaginal creams or soaps will be the privileged educated females. These females are likelier to watch educational videos on YouTube or even spend some money on counseling a gynecologist to help them choose the best products. These points demonstrate that even in the best case of opposition, when these things are harmful, they are certainly not predatory. My second argument is that the product which is necessary doesn't mean it's devoid of side effects. So fair enough, they cause dryness. I don't care, because in a female who is having central placenta previa, LSPS is a necessity, even though it leads to surgical complication. Thus, the proposition team only needs to prove that these creams are essential, and we need not defend that they do not cause any side effects. I feel these products are medically as well as socially necessary. Medically, because a study published in 2011 in the British Medical Journal recommends the use of hypoallergic vaginal washes to maintain vaginal hygiene. FDS feminine hygiene wash is one such product in India. I think socially these products are necessary because only when there is open marketing of such products, even when they are harmful, in the best opposition case, can lead to awareness around taboo topics like vaginal health and signify that a women's sexual health matters as much as a men's sexual health. Therefore, I'm fine with conceding that these cause harm, but that doesn't mean they're predatory. I prove to you that even when they cause harm, they're a necessity. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for that. But you put out some really good points there. And okay, so let's start the rebuttal round for 1.5 minutes. So let's start with Vamshi.
I completely agree that surgery and surgeon is not a predator, but we do surgery only when it is necessary. Am I right? But when it is being commercialized, not only those who required uses that, they are commercializing in a way that it's placing a stigma that everyone should use this only, then they will have a healthy vagina. They are doing like that, and that's why many are using that, and they are themselves getting into trouble. Would you like to?
Yes, I have four responses to that. Firstly, if the proposition argument is if the opposition argument is that these are like completely like commercializing means they are predatory, I don't think that's true, right? Because there are call out mechanisms which see prominent doctor celebrities on social media literally calling out such products. Number two, as doctors are becoming more aware regarding things like research, if a product is backed with scientific evidence, they are more likely to prescribe it. Number three, we are in 2021. The drug regulatory authorities are much more independent and stronger. For example, US FDA literally revoked the emergency use authorization of hydroxychloroquine, which was made by ton of big pharma companies. There are other mechanisms as well. For example, you can sue the company if it's selling harmful products. I don't think that companies are someone who will be selling bad products, because notice, companies have to compete, which means if they sell a bad product or use unethical marketing practices, other companies who are in competition have an incentive to sue that first company, which means I don't think that any of this point that these products, commercialization of these products are translates into them being used rampantly is true. Because notice, there is like also like women to women interaction, which means that if a female uses a cream which is useless, she'll not recommend it to her friends, which means the companies have an incentive to
Akash, I'll have to interrupt you. Sorry, the rebuttal session is over.
Okay, so calling on to the third speaker of the opposition team now and the last round. Let's have Vamshi. You have 2.5
Hello, everyone.
minutes.
Hello, everyone. Since it's already mentioned that vagina can maintain its own health, and we don't need any commercialized products to maintain it, I am going to present a true study which states that we don't need commercialized products. And what if we use commercialized products without prescription or without any consultation with the gynecologist? I have two studies, one an experimental study and then cohort study. An experimental study, they experimented with that moisturizing washes and experiment washes on that lactobacillus bacilli and their what will that do to them and the pH of them. It stated that using of such washes suppress the bacteria initially, and if they use continuously, it kills the bacteria. Killing that bacteria alters the vaginal immunity state or normal state of that vagina. That will cause more diseases. And
Vamshi, you're on mute.
sorry. Second study is a cohort study, in that they employed people to check whether it is really used.
Your voice is lagging. You're not audible, Vamshi.
In that they
Vamshi,
proved
please
that
check your internet. You are lagging.
3.5 times more the people using that commercialized project bacterial infections and viral infections. These studies are. Am I audible now? Hello, excuse me. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go ahead. You have a half minute remaining.
Okay. Where did I stop? Was cohort study audible to you?
Yeah.
In cohort study, they employed people to check whether it is harmful or it is safe to use. It was proved that using commercialized product is 3.5 times more harmful. It causes, it was prone to more bacterial infection and many other diseases. It also increases the risk of sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea and HIV. And secondly, the bacterial vaginosis, which is very common. And commercialized product use a strategy to attract people with the point that your vagina should be glowing, it should be neat. But all I say is it is perfect as it is. And only who requires that, only who feels that is not normal, they should go to the gynecologist and inquire what is needed and what should be done instead of going and buying directly the commercialized product. Because most of the commercialized products now in market contains glycerin, paraffin, sorbic acid, chlorhexidine, gluconate. Such products harm the internal environment of the vagina.
Okay.
So I said that.
Yeah. So that's the
So
end of 2.5 minutes. Time's up. Thank you for that,
Yes, sir.
Shi.
Thank
So let's have the rebuttal round now. That'll be 1.5 minutes. Anybody from the
Okay, before we begin that, I think the warning bell is not audible. Can I just check that again?
yeah, please go ahead. It's audible now, but it wasn't audible during the speak.
Okay, I'll just take a note of that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so we can start with the rebuttal.
Okay, so the rebuttal round. So you have 1.5 minutes. The affirmative team. Yeah. So let's start with Ria.
Yeah, I will like to question you that if we don't maintain hygiene of the vagina, if we don't use these products, so it can lead to various issues such as fungal infection, reproductive infections, and it can lead to HPV, human papilloma virus, which is very dangerous and does not have any treatment, and also herpes. It's very dangerous. So if we don't use, so what will happen?
As stated, a vagina has its own ability to maintain the internal environment. And if you feel it is something is abnormal, you can meet the gynecologist instead of using that commercialized product, because commercialized product itself causes harm to the vagina. Itself reduces the immunity, and if you use soap waters and like that, you alter the pH of the vagina, and itself will cause fungal infections or yeast infections, which is more harmful.
Half a minute
why
remaining.
Next question. Hope I answered your question.
But even the gynecologist will recommend these products, commercial products, that we should use for maintaining proper hygiene and health of the vagina.
We see gynecologists recommend prescribed medicines initially, and if they recommend some commercialized product, it will be very rare, and they recommend prescribed medicines instead of
Okay.
such a commercialized
Time's
product
up.
with more drawbacks.
I think medicines are secondary. They are
Okay.
taken
Okay.
after
The rebuttal
Okay,
round is
rebuttal
done.
round
Time's
is
up.
over. Guys, please keep your questions as short as possible.
Okay, so that marks the end of the end of all speakers. We had a great session today. So, Santhia, is your internet connection now stable?
Yes, sir. Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, now you're audible. Can we have the rebuttal round for Santhia now? So, so there'll be 1.5 minutes. So the affirmative team, please go ahead with your questions for Santhia. Okay, Akash.
Great. So my question is simple. There are two studies, one published in AIDS Journal and the second one in Sexually Transmitted Disease Journal, says that antiseptic douche solutions have shown to decrease the incidence of HIV. So I think evidence exists on both sides of the house as to whether these products are useful or not. You never proved that even if they are harmful, they are predatory, because the term you needed to prove in your 3 speeches is to show us why these are predatory. Just being something which is harmful doesn't mean it's predatory.
Actually, I want to clear out a
Sandhya, you're not audible again.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible now.
Why I'm meaning it as predator is that the adverse effects caused by those commercial products. As you all said, this bacterial vaginosis is caused because of not using those vaginal washes. And a study proved that these diseases like bacterial vaginosis and fungal infections are caused only because of using those feminine wipes and those vaginal washes.
Okay, so the 1.5 minutes are over. I'm really sorry, guys, but yeah. Okay, so that marks the end of the session and the end of the debate. So now we will be totaling the scores that are given by Diksha ma'am. So as we do that, Diksha ma'am, would you please address the participants?
Yeah, so Rahul, thank you. So where is Akash? With Akash,
Hello, ma'am.
now
I'm here.
audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
actually, I just love your data and research, whatever you included. I just love it. But the thing you all people just miss it. This is like the content. The question you asked now itself, the what are the products? Because there are number of products. It's for outer vagina.
I think
Like
Setu asked that. Like
yeah,
question
he asked it from your team only.
Yes,
So
yes.
even I love her ideas too. So the content is missing in some parts. In affirmative keep too. What I get it because I just noted down. But I love that you in that age group you are studying the journals. I just love it. So when it comes to you people are come to our chair, then you will be doing whatever to our patients. Really great. And
Thank you.
can I have that Vamishi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, I just love your the questions you asked from the participants because this is the
Thank you,
first
ma'am.
time in my practice. I'm just listening. These products are like harmful because I used to recommend them too in my practice because these are harmful. You are absolutely right, but in some cases we need it for
Yes.
medical practice because in my clinical experience I prescribe them, but it's very according to situation to situation, your lifestyle, in what the job you're doing, what your age group, are you sexually active or not, are you teenage or are you married, are you with your pregnancy or are you postpartum. So these are like the journals, the data you added it's like for against only, but you have to study for both when you're going to your medical. Okay, but I like your questions here, whatever question you ask. So
Thank you.
can I have that one sorry, Setu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, I just love whatever you speak now. I just love your voice. Your expressions are very good. When you are just speaking, I just can't lift my eyes from you.
Thank
So
you.
it's not like I'm listening to any student. It's like I'm just listening to some good speaker. So I just love your expression was very great, and your content is also great. But it's lesser than Akash.
Yeah.
His strategy is good because he just get the timer and he just covered all the parts. I just love his strategic part. So but I love your expression. So overall, I just love your data.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Can we have other participants? I just the first one, just Ria.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Ria, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah. So you just started the session, and actually, you are the first person. I just listened to you very carefully. Because this is my first time. I'm listening to students like in such a patience because every time we are just questioning them. So it's like we are listening to you. I love your content, but some part like you miss that constructive part is your good. but the part you getting the answer, it's some you lack there, I think. Just get your part on that, make up for this so that next time you'll do more better. But in your knowledge is good, whatever I get it. Okay, and then that one, Darshini, I think. Yeah. So your you have to work for your voice content, because your voice content sometimes it's like gone. I'm just listening, and it was like gone. Where is Darshini? So you just work for, because you are good speaker. You are speaking so slowly, and you can even I just want to listen to you. Okay, but it was like gone. But I do want to listen to you in next time, in the next round, whenever it is there. So, but the content is good. Work on your strategy. Okay, because you are on a debate. You are not giving any speech. You have to fight for your words, for a single word, because you are having a time. Okay, just all over whatever you speak, I just love it. Okay, don't be depressed. I just love your words. Okay, and then that Sandhya, I think last one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think the network issues are with you, so I'm not able to get your content and your voice too. And I think I'm not able to see you too. So for your expression, so can't let you more about your speech and your debate part, because it's that most of what I didn't listen actually on your behalf. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm
Your
there,
network.
ma'am.
Yeah. So just work on your network when you come to a debate like this, okay? Because we are here to listen to you, na? Here.
Oh, sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Otherwise, your voice content is good, whatever I'll listen, na? But I didn't see your expression because of issues. So, what the content, I didn't get all content, so I can't say your strategy. What the strategy you follow. Okay. So this is it. Thank you, Santu. Okay.
Ma'am, have you entered the scores into the
Yeah.
Excel sheet?
Yeah. I just filled it. I'm just sending it to you only.
Okay, no problem, ma'am.
Yeah. Actually, this is a very tough day, and even I forget today's a debate day.
Yeah,
I'm so
no problem,
sorry.
ma'am. No problem, ma'am. If you've written it down manually, that is also fine. You can like send it to me.
Mini, actually, I just written on both faces. I'm just sending it to
Okay, no
you.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, no problem, ma'am.
Okay, we have Shivani Gulab with us. She's the founder and director of Clinicase Essence. That's the Pandora's partner. Shivani, would you like to address the participants today?
Just a second. I need to connect my earphone. Okay, just a second.
Okay, Khushi, I just sent you the spreadsheet.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just have a look at it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Shivani.
Yeah. So sorry. Okay. Uh, Hello, everyone. My name is Shivani Gola. I'm the founder and director of Clinicase Assistant. And I'm so glad that today we have this debate competition. I'm so sorry I couldn't attend the event. I had some prior commitments, but I'm pretty sure that you guys would have had an amazing experience and lots of thoughts and like, opinions and this facts would have been exchanged. I would rather watch the recorded session later on and go through the entire debate competition. But I hope you guys are enjoying the Pandora Fest and how is the experience? If you guys can put up your feedback in the chat box, if all the participants, that would be amazing for the entire team because they've been working hard a lot. And I hope for the launch event you guys have registered because that is what it's all about. This Pandora Fest we are doing mainly for the booklet that we are going to launch. Hello.
Yeah, Shivani.
Yeah, we have some in the chat box. Setu is saying that it's been great so far. Mamshi is saying it was entertaining and involving us to better extent. So yeah.
That's amazing. We are glad team SAC as well as team Clinicase. We both the teams are really glad to have you guys on board and to give you this exclusive experience. So just stay tuned. We've got more. We've got a webinar today with Dr. Ankesh, and he's going to give us insights on the PCOS topic. So I think so PCOS is something very, which is, we are seeing a lot of cases of PCOS and it's a very major lifestyle disease that we are coming across. So I think so it will be a very insightful webinar. So whoever has registered for the webinar, you guys can tune in now within the next 40 minutes for the webinar. So we have one more message, I think so, in the chat box.
Yeah.
Vamshi, I participated in Clue Box. It was awesome too. It was very knowledgeable. Thank you so much, everyone. All the credit goes to the SAC and Clinicase team. They've been working hard a lot, the organizing committee. And also major credits to Avantika and Khushi to come up with this project. Let's not forget that they've been putting their heart and soul to this booklet as well as this event. The entire, the two pillars of this Pandora Fest are Avantika and Khushi. Guys, would you like to share some of your personal feedback or something that you want to share with others, the participants over here?
Avantika, if you would like to share something, go ahead. Also, we have the results with us. So, Avantika, once you share your feedback, I'll just announce that.
Khushi, you're always very shy. You don't really, you were not present for the live session as well. We would, I think, so the participants would love to know your experience.
I mean, it has been great till now. I wasn't able to join the live because I was kind of preoccupied with the projects and everything. That's why. But otherwise, till now, it's been a roller coaster, right? Avantika knows that. But yeah,
big roller coaster for us.
Definitely. But I think so. All the hard work is paying.
Yeah. Okay, Avantika, would you like to say something or should I announce?
Announce the winners. Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, you can announce the winners. Yeah,
okay. So drum rolls for the best speaker. So it goes to Setu Kastani. Setu, if you could switch on your camera. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Would you like to say something?
I don't know. I didn't expect to be a best speaker actually, because so many so many participants have come up with such interesting and important points. And it's a very, actually, I was quite skeptical about this topic as well. I was on the fence whether I should be for necessary or predatory. It was a very difficult yet thought-provoking topic for the, like, first of all. So it's been great. It actually was very challenging. And yeah, it feels good. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Setu.
Okay, great. And also the drum rolls for the best team goes to, just a sec. It goes to the affirmative team. Y'all did really well. Your total scores were amazing. So yes, congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congrats.
And sorry, one note too that Akash, I think that one person, the strategy, the data, is the only person who get the full marks for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I just love all your content, but in some parts, Setu got you. For 1 to 2 marks, you were just cheated.
That was a
That's
tough
fine, that's fine.
competition.
Yes.
You know why the Setu is she got she won because she is the one who haven't prepared, and she is the one with less content, no strategy, and you are the one what you have to speak, and she is the one just like but the confidence she is having on her face. I just love it. With less setup, how can one be so confident?
I think so. Ma'am has put out a very important point here. Confidence is really a major factor. While
There is
talking.
one line
Yeah.
between confidence and overconfidence. So that criteria that Setu win. But
Yes,
Akash, I just love it here because it comes to medical practice, and then you will be a great doctor, Akash.
Thank you, ma'am, for the words, encouraging words.
Okay, can everyone switch on their camera so that we can have a picture?
Yes, please do. Definitely, we should get these. We should capture these moments, best
Yeah.
moments, so that we can upload it later on.
If anyone is on their phone and can take a screenshot, Avantika, Nausheen, Rahul, even Shivani, if you have your phone or something.
I can do that.
I'm on
Like
my
I have
phone, but then-
Okay,
my
yeah,
laptop.
sure.
I can. Okay,
I'm taking a picture too.
great. So I'll take specifically. Let me try. Okay, perfect. It's working. Great. So I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Great. I've taken 3 pictures.
Please let us know when to stop smiling. Okay.
Done, done,
So
done.
Yeah,
weird.
I've taken it.
Thank you so much, guys. This event was a great success. As everyone mentioned before, like everyone put forth really great points, really thought-provoking points, and I personally enjoyed the whole session and hearing everyone's arguments and everything. So thank you for tonight, and
Sorry,
stay
one
tuned
thing
for the
I would
yeah.
like to add one thing. You should go for commercial product, okay? But don't go for like you just saw it on TV on advertisement and you just purchase it. No, just don't go for organic consultation. The doctors are having already lots of work, so they are not here to tell you which product you have to use. Okay, just go for online consultation. Just don't bother your doctor by them. That person,
I
because you
think
can.
it's also a personal comfort, right? Who is comfortable? It can differ person to person.
Yeah. So you can use it. It's not going to take your life. Yeah, but choose it wisely.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deeksha, for your wise words, and thank you for attending this session and taking time out from your busy schedule. I know it was a very hectic day for you. Thank you. Besides that, you made it out here, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Kushi.
Okay,
And also, are you? Where is the feedback form share? The feedback form has been shared with the participants.
No, for this we don't have a feedback form. The finalists will get their certificates for participation, and the best speaker will get the certificate. We'll send the certificate within 2 weeks.
Yes. Please do repost and post about SSC and Clinicist and let your friends know what a wonderful
Yes.
experience you've had with us.
In fact, tomorrow we have our launch of the booklet. We
Yeah,
have two
that's
singers also.
Yeah.
So everyone, please share the message. I'll put it shortly on the group. So
Guys, tomorrow for the launch.
yes, in fact, Dr. Deeksha is going to be there as one of the speakers for the launch tomorrow. So we're again excited to have you out there.
Actually
Thank
have a
you.
great, plan for the launch tomorrow. Like we're gonna have some entertainment, some, speakers speaking about their experiences and all. So please do join, guys, tomorrow for the booklet launch, and you'll get to know what the booklet is exactly about.
Amazing. I'm so excited. I'm really excited, pumped to be a part of the launch. And you can share it with everyone. Avantika, it's open for all, right? Everyone can join in for the launch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll end the meeting right now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Can I have a dinner now?
Yes.
Okay. And thank you, everyone. It was really nice session.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good night. Okay, bye.
Oh, भाई तू और मैं रह गए